Hello gainers, I'm Ralphie and welcome to my little channel on YouTube called Fitter Philosophy, in which I discuss practical experience-based, real-life, non-academic, stoic philosophy. And much of what the philosopher learns is gained from the world in which we live, on the planet, and the winds, the tides, the sea, the land, the trees, the plants, the animals, the birds. There's so much to be learned from nature, and sometimes as we're going through life, gradually being less stupid than we were before. And that's not really a criticism, it's just acknowledging part of the human condition here. We realise that it's the simplest things that are really kind of hidden in plain sight, so to speak, that provide us some of the most meaningful insights into life. Which is why I'm going to talk about the sun. The sun is a star. It's the star in which all life on Earth depends. It warms the day. It brightens our mood. It allows plants to grow, and in turn allows all mammals, animals and reptiles to breathe. And so the circle of life goes on in the presence and illuminated quite literally by the sun. The sun is a furnace, superficially. It's a globe of atomic reaction, of constantly burning superheated hydrogen that will keep going on for many millions of years until eventually it shrinks and dies, and even as it does so, another star will appear somewhere else and begin its life cycle. And as children we have an instinct, don't we, that we don't think too much about it because we're children, but we know that it's good to be in the sun. The sun gives you warmth, it cheers you up. If it's too hot, you can move to a shady place, you can go for a swim. All the best days out in childhood are accompanied by direct sunshine. It assists the body in manufacturing vitamin D, which is absolutely essential for human health. Therefore, the direct light of the sun is very beneficial for humans, and it's processed through the barrier that is our skin. But too much of it and we'll get burnt. Too much of it will start to go a little bit red. Too much of it will start to just be aware of the sheer intensity that the sun can bring, and as such we have to protect ourselves. It's best to cover up, and I would highly recommend that you be very, very, very careful if you're using suntan lotion or sunscreen, that you be very careful about what brand you buy, because you really need to know what the ingredients are and the chemicals in something that you are slapping over your body to an extent and covering a surface area that you wouldn't let anything else near, not even soap. But people don't think about these things. People tend to trust the process, unfortunately. And this is why we do need to take longer to linger in the sun, to feel not just the presence of its warmth, but the presence of itself, its deeper meaning. When we close our eyes and feel that warmth, you feel an extension of love, a love from the natural world. It's not just the absolute fact that all life depends on the sun and the light that is emitted, but life is given more substance, meaning, depth and translatability through the presence of the warmth of the sun. As I've mentioned, children understand this, they get it. They don't really know how to express themselves, and it's going to be many years before they can because of the indoctrination and programming that they receive through the education system. But as we get older, and you'll notice this with older folk, the wiser older people, they know how to stop, slow things down and linger in the sunshine when it's available. Not such a challenge when you happen to be in the equator, but if you happen to be in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere where it's winter time and you're affected by the seasons, then the presence of the sun is indeed a very valuable and welcome friend when we have been in receipt of its absence. That's when we miss it, and that's when, even on a cold day, we'll close our eyes and we'll look towards the sun, but never at the sun, towards the sun, and feel its warmth in our face. And it's almost as if we are getting a reminder from the great creator of everything and all, of the purpose of our presence on this planet. I have to relight this. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this informational, useful and engaging. If you do, leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, why don't you? Bye bye.